All right, hey guys, part 6 here. So you see another golden shot. This may be the last account that I have that needs to shoot the golden shot. So might not have many more of these left, or any at all for that matter. So let's just go ahead and take a look. Crosswind, a little bit of a tail. So in terms of, I'm just going to try to play that wind effect first. And more importantly, we're just going to try to get that distance control down. So I'm thinking in terms of top spin, maybe half a bar or so, somewhere in there. And we're also going to play the wind effect. So I'm just going to kind of shoot this over here a little bit more towards the hole directly. And a little bit more than 3 rings here. Perfect ball. So let's see how this one comes in. Looks pretty good. And another hole in one. So runner cards. Down in one, hammerhead, not bad. Could be worse, could be better. But you see it did level up. So there you have that. So let's go ahead in and take a look at this scanned codes here. Somebody wants to, looks like another one that just shot the app down. We had that happen a couple times. Not sure what causes it, if it's the device specific. But I haven't done that. I haven't had that happen when I do it just for myself. It's only been on this stream that's happened. But there you see more quasars. So somebody else jumps in. There's a marlin. Titan ball. Definitely can use that. So definitely use Titans with this account. You can see a decent amount of Titans. This is more of like a pro to expert level guide that I'll typically use this account for. It just really depends on, can I keep the account up? You can see that, right now it's all the way down in rookie. So this one's just been taking a little bit break, but what I've been doing is I've been pulling it up. It went all the way down to beginner. This account was just sitting. So I'm just trying to get it back up into the pro. So you'll see when all I need to do is play, one more match here probably. And we can get it back into some pro guides. So that's what I've been working on. And we are right on the edge of making it happen. So that's what I'll be doing. It's just getting that up. Actually, if you want, I can go ahead and go play a match. So maybe just put on a Titan here. Hello. Thanks for showing up here. Looks like, sometimes I do Tour 10 with this one. Sometimes I do Tour 8, with it being all the way down in rookie 3,300 trophies. Let's just go ahead. We'll do a little bit more advanced content. This is typically what I'll play, so that way it just kind of ensures that I only need one match, or one win anyway. So par 5 here. This is kind of a weaker bag. They do have a decent Thor's hammer on this account if I need it. I might not use it very much. Just try to go a little bit more length. We're going to try a Titan here, I think. I'm trying to think of the shootouts with this course. Yeah, I probably won't need side spin. Sometimes I'll use, this account does have a decent amount of kingmakers that it won. So let me just go ahead and get that win just a little bit more down. making when wind chipping. That's a tough question to answer. It's wind dependent. So the stronger the wind, the more that you need to play wind effect. So with that being said, it's not something that I can just tell you in one stream, do this or do that. So that's the main reason that you never hear me really. I have to give you kind of a vague answer to that because if it was just that simple to just say, over adjust by this percentage or whatever, um, that's what we do. But it's something that always is changing. The rate always changes. The stronger that wind gets up, the more that you need to account for it. So sometimes, but that's also, how far are you from the hole? That's another thing because max club versus mid club versus 3/4 versus 80%, they're all going to need to be scaled and just have that much more extra. All those different are going to have different offset amounts. So it's just something that you need to play around with and just try to master, just like with this shot here, the amount that you'll see that I'll try to do an offset with my guide, is going to be dependent, am I towards max? Also, how strong that wind is. So you can see that I'm trying to go a couple grids over here. And you can see with where I'm trying to, you can see how far that offset is. And then aside from that, I'm going to try to use kind of a max adjustment. It's probably like 9.5 rings or so. So there's 9. I'm just going to go just a fraction more than that. And it looks like I got a great ball to the left anyway. So I would expect that to leak out to the left. And it looks like it came in just a little bit hot as well. So with that tailwind, it made the ball guide stretch out just a little bit more than I was anticipating. So I knew it was going to do a little, but it actually ended up doing even more. Why am I reconnecting? So it looks like my internet just went down. Not sure why. There's a little lapse here. We'll finish this one out. And then try to get reconnected. Streaming on 4G right now. Never a good thing data-wise. But let's just see if I can get through here. It's like a two-part. I don't mind playing the game on 4G. It's just like when you stream, that whole upload is going to be on 4G too. But let's take a look. I usually do a extra overplay on this hole. This is a very challenging one. What I'll typically do is I'll typically play over this side here. It's a little bit easier, in my opinion. Another thing you can do is this. Not as huge of a fan of doing this. It's very hard to get distance control. Maybe you get the hops just the way that you want, but sometimes you'll get, the hops change just so much more than you expect, or you'll have like different amounts that it'll roll out. You might get like a checkup bounce, or you might get like that rollout bounce. So you got to make sure when you try to do this shot that you get the rollout that you want, to have that good distance control. Because you can see this one's kind of coming up just a little bit short there. So that's why I'll try to avoid that shot because it almost seems like it got that checkup bounce instead of those roll through bounces. So it's very hard to estimate. So what you'll see that I'll try to do sometimes is just come over here and try to do something like this with some side spin. You can see that I have maybe some, I'm just trying to kind of anticipate how much rollout I'm going to get. Typically 1.4-ish per ring, but I'll go a little bit extra because it's a tail. So I'm thinking almost 1 per ring here. And then you could also see that I just needed to curl it pretty substantially because you could see with where it was landing that it was never going to be left enough. So I got to just kind of Curl it some, and you can see good distance control. That's kind of my favorite iron shot to do. It just kind of takes some vision there to be able to see that's what it needs, or that's what you need to do in order to hit that shot. So it's not the easiest. But hey guys, thanks for showing up for this stream. I also got to give you guys a bonus shot there. I'm going to jump off here and try to go to maybe another account. But I may just, kind of take a break from this and maybe just a couple more. That might have been the last golden shot, but I'm going to jump over to the next one. Catch you guys there.